Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Well, I can see I got a smudge on my whiteboard, but that's alright. Mother's Day gift set featuring Cottage Rose Bundle and Dream a Daydream DSP, which is a hostess set of DSP in the annual catalog. So let me show you the gift bag. Okay, and the actual card for the gift bag. Let's hold on. That's card. Let's see. This is the card for the gift bag video. This was video number 2. It's a happy birthday. We're using all of the stamp sets in this set. So number 3, I will have to fix my, let me fix it now because it just helps me when I go to upload. We are using the Feel Better Soon, which is a get well card. So I have all of my stuff laid out. So we're going to go over what I wrote down. Video number 3, Feel Better, Get Well. Card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Layer number 1 is crumb cake. You can see I die cut my images out of it. Is 4 by 5 1/4. Number 2 layering piece is 3 3/4 by 5. That's petal pink. My DSP layer, which is right here, is 3.5 by 4 3/4. DSP layer number 2 is this wee little strip here, which is 1 by 4 1/4. So that's this little piece. Now I'm using the Mint Macaron blends. I'm using some burlap ribbon, which I'm thinking now I want the thicker piece, which would make it almost 1.5. I should change that. Let's see. 1.5 by 4 3/4. We're going to use that double oval punch. The top one's going to be in petal pink right here. The bottom one is basic white. And we're using DSP for our envelope. So let's get started. Okay, so you see my crumb cake layer. I laid out my dies, 2, 3, and 4. I was being sneaky. And I cut them out of the center of it so that when I put it on my card base, nobody will tell but you, me, the video, and the whole world of card making. So let's layer these pieces up. So we're just going to add a layer of our glue here. Now we get to get in all those little spots. We don't want anything lifting up. Not that it could with everything that's going to be on top of it. And by the way, this card is not going this direction. It's going this way. So let's do that. I was like, what is wrong with my, that doesn't look right. So, oh, that little wee bit doesn't want to stay down. It's going to now. It's getting more glue. Maybe I didn't get any glue on it to begin with. That could have been. So next we have our petal pink with nothing cut out of it. Yes, I'm like, am I second guessing myself? But no. Petal pink next. And yes, I've kind of like trying to stay, I'm using the same DSP for all of the cards that are going in the gift bag. You don't have to if you choose to do this project. So now I have my DSP layer and it's from Dream a Daydream. Haven't really got to showcase it, but as these cards were designed with me just playing around trying to do something different, I thought, why not? I haven't yet got to really play with the set. So here is my next strip, and this literally was a scrap piece that had some I used to die cut pieces, and I'm like, can I use it? And it's a little too short, so that's where the burlap comes in. Ah, yes. So this, we are gonna need some tear tape, I'm afraid. I'm gonna lay it. Let's see. And it's kind of wonky. It's not real straight, but I just want to lay it a couple of strips where my burlap is going to be. And if you just have a roll of burlap, do that. This happened to be this little roll of burlap ribbon that I got from the dollar store. It's been in my little drawer here. So my daughter's like, Mom, you think with your hands. And I know she's right. My other bone folder has gone on hiatus from me. It's disappeared. Oh, I hate that when it happens. We're going to use this. Though I don't want to. I lost all my needles. I got a beautiful gift in the mail. I don't want to open it until I get information from Miss Gloria Wolf, because I want to put her information down. This is absolutely gorgeous. There will be a video on me actually opening it. It's so pretty that I do not even want to open it. Is that crazy or what? I am so honored, and I want to put all of her information. So if you see this and you would like one of these beautiful handmade tools, look at the packaging. It's so professional, and I am so honored. Miss Gloria Wolf, I am in awe. And the colors are so my colors. It makes me tear up. I don't want to use it yet till I get a chance to do all that, but I had to show you guys. Just absolutely honored. So here is my burlap layer. Now this, to get this to stick down there, I'm thinking it's going to need tear tape too. So let's do that. I know I got sidetracked with my gorgeous pokey tool, but I can't help it. And I'm so like, it's so gorgeous. I don't want to open it. Oh, is that crazy? Oh, I gotta show you guys. You guys want to see? I have a frog thing, okay? I got little frogs all over my stamp room. Look at this cute little tape dispenser. I think he's so cute. I got it at the thrift store. $2. I'm like, ah, my little frog. Okay, bone folder, my good one. My old faithful is not wanting. Oh, I see it. Oh, yes. Old Faithful. See, I could have used my pokey tool right now, but I don't want to open it. I need to figure out some things first on how to put her information, do a link, because she definitely deserves that and more. So I stamped Feel Better Real Soon, which is in this right there, and we used the bottom oval to punch it out with, and the top one is Petal Pink. We're going to put these together now, and then we're gonna do some coloring with the blends. Look at what I did. I really put glue on there. Not paying attention, huh? Okay, let's set that aside. Close up our glue, and we have 2 leaves that I die cut, and like I said, we're using Mint Macaron, and I'm going to color one of them for you because I don't have a lot of technique in coloring. I just put color where they have their little shading, and then I take my dark and I go where all of that shading is, and I just really scribble dot, you know, and I add a little bit here and there in the stem, and it really is simple. You can hear it squick, squick, scribble, scribble. And then I'm coming back with the light. Now the light, I'm going to be a little bit more careful on the stem, going over the stem. But in here, I'm just going to scribble that ink in there. And it really is pretty. I didn't want to use dark green, but this matte macaron really is pretty on here. the flowers, we're not doing any of the coloring of flowers. We're just using the die cut ones in crumb cake as a little extra, you know, layer and interest in this. So that's how simple these leaves are. Now the problem is figuring out where I want them, and I kind of wanted my focal point down here in the bottom of this corner. So this is how I figure things out. I go like that, I go like this, and I like that placement. So now I'm going to glue it down. I'm gonna glue this down, and then I'll probably put a dimensional, knowing me, at the top of, let me see. Yes, so this is going down right there, and I will put a dimensional down there in a minute. I'm gonna bring my focal point back right there, and so I see this where I want it, right here. So I'm gonna hold my finger there, and I'm just gonna put glue on this bottom part. And I don't want my leaves off of my card base. I want them within the card domain. So let's see. See, I could be using my pokey tool. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. Watch this. Let's see if I do this. I'm going to take it out of the packaging yet. I'm not. Can I? No. Okay, I can't do it. I want to do it right. I know I'm nuts. I am so crazy sometimes, just me and things I want to do. But boy, will it be so nice. I'm also going to make something for it to stick in so it's easily accessed. I've been thinking of that. Some styrofoam or something. I'm sure I have. So just little dimensionals right under those top leaves. So next we have our flowers that are die cut out of our layer. So I know I'm going to end up, let's see, I need to trim these off, which is so like me. So we're gonna, I think we're gonna cut it right there, which will cut these in half, and then we're just gonna go for it. So this one I'm going to put right there. This one is going to be, I think we can get it. I kind of don't want it there. Where do I want it? Okay, maybe we're going to stick this one. I know this one was going to have this one on the front. Maybe we'll stick that on the inside. Who knows? But let me see what I can work with. What I can do. Oh, no, we're just going to put it right where it's supposed to go. We're going to cut off its flower and a little bit more of the stem. You know, they're meant to be cut. They're die cuts. They're meant to be put where you want them on your card. So I want this right there. Yes. Okay. So you can see this is how that's going. Now this piece is going to come on top here. I knew that because I had thought that through before we started. Believe it or not, I did think it through. I knew this piece is, I knew exactly where I wanted this piece to be. All right. So that is all finished. Now we got to work down here. So now we have this piece, which we can tuck there, and oh, perfect. Okay. So we are going to chop that stem off. We don't need that. And I'm thinking about cutting this leaf off too. And since I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to go for it. I didn't want you on there. You were just not of any use to the card at this moment, and I'm sorry for my loss, your loss. It's just you were not meant to be. Tuck these guys like so, because it was just in the way. Now this one, I'm going to make sure my focal point, I can get this. Oh, yes! Love it! Love it, love it, love it. My mother would have so loved a set like this. In this set, I would include a book of stamps. I'm planning on making a little pouch on the back of the gift bag. Oh my gosh. And yes, this is going up on dimensionals. So let's see, we have these little leaves. We could add them to, like, where am I thinking? Thinking we could, no. Okay, just let's toss those aside. We don't need you anymore, but this needs dimensionals, and it needs 2. I know for sure it needs 2. It doesn't need any more than 2. 2 will suffice, and it needs some bling. I'm not sure what, actually I do think I know what bling I need. So very simple card. This is unlike me. And I've wanted to do a card that has a focal point to one side, the bottom. I see people do those cards, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. So before we go putting bling on it, I have this little strip. This is a 1/2 inch strip of DSP. And to dress the card up on the inside, I wanted to do it simple, but I want to do it a little up like so. So I'm going to use my grid. And I am going to do it 1/4 of an inch up, and I know it's a 1/2 inch strip, so it needs to be right there. Then I'm going to bring my strip in. Then I'm going to snip off the ends. That's why I did it that way. It was scrap anyway, so might as well use it. But I didn't want to pre-cut it because sometimes I mess that up. So that is just the easy way to do it. So there is the inside. You can write whatever you want. I'm leaving the inside as such. And here is our envelope. So for our envelope, this was DSP. So this piece is 2.5, and I have way more than I need. I have like 6 1/4. Trust me, this is way more. But I'm going to use it because that's where it was just hanging around on my back table. So left over from a different project. So now I'm going to take this and butt it right up next to that fold / score line on my envelope. And now I'm going to cut just around all of this. Just fussy cut with the guide of the envelope. Yes, this makes fussy cutting all the much so nicer when you can just guide. What I mean by that is I just put my edge of my scissors up next to the edge of the envelope. So that can go, all of this over here that is falling all over me can go. And I have a 1 inch strip. All of this stuff is from the same scrap piece. I am going to add to the bottom of the envelope. So I'm just going to use my grid, put a line within that 1 inch mark, and then I'm going to add my strip of DSP to the bottom of the envelope. Maybe I am, if it'll get there. Why are you not lining up for me? Okay, now I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to give it a snip and a snip. And I might keep that scrap. So there is our envelope. Feel better soon. Nothing on the inside, but we are going to dress it up by some Wink Estella on our leaves, just behind the leaves. Probably should have done them before I glued them down, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll just sparkle it all up. We'll just sparkle all that stuff up inside of there too. Why not? Okay, now let's find, I told you I have an idea for the bling I want to use. I don't want those. We used those on our last card. Let's see. Where are they? These have this little gold sparkle in them. They're called Wonderful Gems. I'm sure they were on the clearance rack. That's besides the basic rhinestone, that's where I get most of my bling, is off the clearance rack. So that one has pink on it for some reason. So this one, I think we're going to add it right here. And then take this one, add it here, and this little baby one, we're going to add it right there. So our little triangle focal point, real subtle, very pretty, very delicate looking, and I am so in love with playing with this. And I have to give you all a huge thank you for the support you have given me and inspiring me to come out here and still create. Otherwise, I might have just packed all my stuff up again for who knows how long this time, but I absolutely love doing this, and I have such a good time doing it, and sharing in your comments and everything you guys have done for me is, I can't express my gratitude. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you like this video. If so, please let me know, and more than anything, would you come back and visit me in my wonderland? Bye bye now.